Hello all. In this video, I will provide a comprehensive overview of XML and PHP, exploring their key features, purposes, functionality in web development. Let us understand XML, its key concept and the features. XML basically stands for Extensible Markup Language for data storage and transport. If I will compare XML and HTML, XML stores data, HTML displays it. XML allows custom tags and HTML tags are always predefined one. The key features for XML: XMLs are self-descriptive, platform independent, they support user-defined tab and a hierarchical data. Always the XML tags are self-descriptive in nature because tags are custom, and that's why extra documentations are not needed. The main components of XML document are the XML prologue, that is nothing but the declaration of XML, the elements, that is nothing but the tags, their attributes, the content, and the comment. If I want to define a XML, XML is basically for storing a data. So here the simple example I have given as we can create a XML with the root tag as book, and under that I have just stored the title tag as a child, and I have stored the information as XML guide. The comment in XML I can write with the help of less than, exclamation mark, dash dash, the content that I want to write under comment, and then ending with double dash and greater than sign. Whatever you will write in comment, that will be ignored by the parsers. There are few rules while writing the XML. So whenever you are writing a XML, always it must have a root element, tags must be nested, they are case sensitive, and attribute values must be always quoted. Whenever you are declaring a XML version, first tag which you are writing under XML is the XML version, which is in the prologue format, that is less than question mark XML, version information as 1.0, and encoding information as UTF-8. If I want to validate XML document can be validated using DTD. DTD stands for document type definition, which gives the structure and rules for the XML. DTD, as I said, it is defining the structure and rules for XML, and under which we can write the element and the attribute along with their data types. The element in DTD, if I want to write, I can use less than, exclamation mark, element, then the element name, what subchilds it will contain, so that information I have to write. PC data is nothing but the past character data which I can write under DTD, and with the help of PC data we can specify what type of content the XML tag can hold. Then XSLT, it is nothing but the XML is having a style sheet format, so with the help of which we can format HTML, the text document, as well as the XML structure. A simple XML document, this is an example where we have given the XML version information, we have created a root tag as library, we have included the book detail under this. So the book detail holds the title, author, and the year information. Over here you can see every tag is a container tag having a start tag and having an end tag and the content in between. Let us start with the introduction to PHP programming. So what is PHP? PHP is basically a hypertext preprocessor. It is a server-side scripting language and it is used for creating a dynamic web page. PHP basically creates a dynamic web page through server-side scripting. That is the role of the PHP. If I will compare server-side and client-side scripting, server-side scripting generates HTML on the server, whereas the client-side scripting runs on the browser screen of the client. If I want to declare a simple variable in PHP, it must precede with a dollar sign. So example over here I have given as $name is equal to, in single quote I have given the value because it's a string value. If it is a number value, single quotes are not required. Comments in PHP, that is basically to explain the code. It will be ignored during execution and we have to use double slash for the comment. Data types in PHP, we have string, integer, float, boolean, array, object, and null as a data type in PHP. Constant basically constant are the fixed value in a program, whereas a variable are always having a value which we can change during the program execution. So that's the basic difference between variable and constant. If I want to define a constant in my program, I will be using a define method with the constant name and the value. So over here you can see the constant name is site name and the value for it is my website. So once the constant is defined, I cannot change its value throughout the program. Control structure consisting of the conditional statement and the loops. So we'll be checking what are the different conditional statement and loops. The basic difference between the if statement is checks the condition and get executed only once, whereas whenever you will be saying loops, it is executed repeatedly. Data handling methods. So if I want to handle the data, I will be having a get post method with the help of which I can send the data from one page to another page. So we'll be checking it with the help of example. A super global arrays in PHP. So we have a different super global arrays like dollar underscore request, dollar underscore get, dollar underscore post, cookies we have. So we'll be checking with the help of example in the further slides. These are the main operators in PHP. Arithmetic operator like plus, minus, multiplication, division, mod, and double star. Assignment operators, which is for assigning the value to the variable. So that is equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, star equal to, division equal to, mod equal to. Comparison operator, that is to compare two variable values. So we have comparison operator. Then we have logical operator. So multiple conditions, if I want to check, I will be using a logical operator. Then we have increment decrement operator like pre-increment or post-increment. So either the plus plus sign you can see before the variable or after the variable. Then we have a string operator. Dot is basically, or the period sign. It is basically for merging the string. Conditional statements in PHP. So we have 5 types of conditional statement. If, that is to check the condition. If else, if the condition is false, then what will happen? If else if, that is for checking multiple conditions. Switch, again it is for checking multiple conditions. And nested if, that is if within the if. Then we have loops. Loops we are nothing but until and unless the condition is not false, it is going to execute again and again. So that's the difference between conditional statement and loops. Conditional statements get executed only once, whereas loops get executed up to the condition is true. So we have 4 types of loop: for, while, do while, and for each. For each is basically used for array. And we have break and continue statement as a control statement. If I want to come out from the loop or if I want to continue with the loop, then I will be using break and continue statement. There are 3 types of arrays in PHP: indexed array, where it stores the value with the help of numeric keys, or you can say numeric index. Example, you can see $array is equal to 1, 2, 3. So 3 values I have stored with the index as 0, 1, 2. Then associative array, it stores the value with the help of key and value pair. So you can see over here, I have declared a $array is equal to name is the key and value is John, age is the key and value is 30. The key and value are separated with equal to greater than sign. Then we have a multi-dimensional array. It contains nested array. So here we can see the example, $array is equal to, in rounded bracket we have specified, not rounded, the square bracket we have specified 1 and 2, and the next element is 3 comma 4. That means it will create a array of size 2 by 2. In first row it will store 1 comma 2, and in second row it will store 3 comma 4. Now let us check how we can manage the data in PHP. So first we will check how to format the form variables. So if I want to use a form variable, I will be using either a $underscore post method or $underscore get method or $underscore request method to retrieve the value from the form variable. And after that, I have just perform a trim operation with the help of which I can clean the extra spaces within the name. So I'm saying $name is equal to trim in bracket $underscore post name of the text box. So name of the text box over here is name. So from the name text box, I'm retrieving the value. If any extra space is there, I'm removing it with the help of trim operation. Super global arrays in PHP. So we have get, post, session as a super global arrays in PHP. It always get preceded with a dollar underscore sign, and it always in capital. What's the difference between get and post? So get retrieves the data from the URL, whereas post, it retrieves the data after the form submission through the hidden fields. Accessing data with the help of dollar underscore request. So if I have a form with the help of text boxes or with the help of cookies, I can retrieve the cookies value and the form text box value with the help of request method. So it combines dollar underscore get, post, and cookies. And the simple example is dollar underscore name is equal to dollar underscore request is the super global array method in bracket the text box name. So from that text box, the value will be retrieved. String concatenation, that is nothing but merging two strings. So if I want to merge two strings, I will be simply using a dot. So over here you can see the example. I have declared a variable dollar greeting is equal to hello is the first string. As it is a string, it is in double quotes. Dot, that is for merging, and the second string is word. So it has merged two strings, hello and word. strlen function, it will return the length of a string. So you can see strlen in bracket, I have given the string. It will display the string length. So hello, string length is 5. Then we have strpos. It is to find the substring position from the string. So strpos, hello world is the string. And I want to find the world position. So you can see world is present in hello world at the 7th position. Array index always starts with 0. To convert the string to uppercase, I will be using str to upper. So it will convert the given string into uppercase. Similarly, I have str to lower to convert the string to lowercase. Then str replace, it is to replace the string. So you can see over here str underscore replace. I have a world as a string. Then PHP, that is the one with the help of I want to replace it. Hello world is the given string. So you can see if world is present, it will be replaced by PHP. So you can see the output as hello PHP. Regular expression are used in PHP for pattern matching, for searching, for replacing string, and it is also useful for the validation purpose. Session and cookies in PHP. So let us start with session first. So session stores the user data across the pages. And if I want to start the session, I will be using session underscore start as a method. If I want to create a session variable, I will be using dollar underscore session. In square bracket, I have to use the name of the session and equal to the value that I want to store. So it will create the name variable with the value as Pallavi. So once the session is created, you can use this session variable in any of your website pages. Normal variables are destroyed after the page is closed, whereas session variables will be there throughout your website pages. If I want to retrieve the data from the session variable, I will be using echo, that is for retrieving and for display purpose, and I will be using dollar underscore session and the name of the session variable. So over here you can see I have created a session with a name as name itself, and I have stored the value as Pallavi. So with the help of echo, I'm retrieving the value of the session variable, and it will display the session name as Pallavi. If I want to destroy the session, that means if I want to delete the session, I'll be using the method as session underscore destroy. If I want to start the session, already we have checked to start the session, we have to use session underscore start as a method. Cookies, that is also one of the way to store the data on the web page. So cookies are the small data stored on the client browser. The main difference between session and cookies are session gets stored on the server end, cookies are stored under the client end. If I want to create the cookie, I will be using a set cookie method. So I just have to write set cookie in bracket, the cookie name, cookie value, and time for which it will be there under the client computer. So time is the method which I have used to retrieve the system time plus 3600, that is the seconds value up to which the cookie will be there on the system. So we have to specify that values in seconds. So 3600 seconds it will be there on the client computer. If I want to retrieve the cookie value, I will be using echo $_cookie and the cookie name. So over here cookie name I have given as username, so it will retrieve the value from that cookie name. If I want to set the cookie, already we have checked the example. If I want to set the cookie or if I want to create the cookie, set cookie is the method. It takes three arguments: the name, the value, and the time up to which the cookie will be there on the client computer. If I want to delete the cookie, I don't have a specific delete method to delete the cookie from the client computer. I will be just using the same method, set cookie, which is for creating the cookie. Again, I will write the cookie name, which I want to delete. Value, I don't have to provide. And the time, you can see over here, I have given the time in the minus with minus operator. So current time, it will retrieve minus the seconds value after which you want to delete the cookie. Limitations of the cookie: it can store only up to 4 KB data, may be disabled, request overhead, and can be insecure. So that's a drawback of cookies. Session and cookies, both of them are used to store the data throughout the web page. So either you can use session to store data or you can use cookies to store data on a web page. Let us check database interaction through PHP. So if I want to establish a connection in PHP web page through MySQL server, I'll be using MySQL_connect as a method. So I'll be declaring one variable $con or $_con. Name of the variable can be any name, is equal to MySQL_connect. In bracket, you have to write the PC on which the SQL server is there, the username and the password for your SQL server. And if you are aware about the database name at the initial stage, you can write the database name. So MySQL_connect is the method to establish a connection to the SQL server. Then if I want to select the database from the SQL server, because in SQL server there can be number of databases. If I want to select any specific database, I'll be using MySQL_select_db method, in bracket the database name which I want to select, comma the connection variable. If I want to execute any query, queries can be select, insert, update, delete, any of the type. If I want to execute any query, I'll be using MySQL_query method, in bracket the query, comma the connection. Under the result variable, I have stored the result from the query. If I want to insert data, I'll be using an insert statement. I will be saying insert into table name, in bracket the attribute, and then values. So over here you can see in my table I am having username, password as attribute, and value I have given as Pallavi and APC. This particular query I have stored in a variable, and if I want to execute any of the query, I have to use MySQL_query function, in bracket the query, comma the connection. Similarly, if I want to update the records, I will be using the update statement, update table name, set attribute is equal to new value. So you can see previous password was ABC. Now I have changed it to ABCD. Where condition is important. Otherwise, for all users, the password will be ABCD. So I want to change only the password for the username Pallavi. So that's the reason I have included a where condition. So MySQL_query, that always will be the function if you want to execute any query. In bracket, you have to write the query, comma, the connection. If I want to delete any record, I will be saying delete from table name. If I'm not writing the where condition, then all the records which are there in my user table will be deleted. Over here, I want to delete only the one record with the username as Pallavi. So I have included a where condition. So that record only will be deleted. To execute the query, again, we have to use MySQL_query function. in bracket the variable which is holding the query, comma the connection. Once all the queries are executed and you want to close the connection with the MySQL, you will be using MySQL underscore close in bracket the connection variable. That's the simple introduction I have given about the XML and PHP. Thank you all of you.